Okay, continuing in Yaakov, there's a affiliate link in the description. We're at David's piety and humility. The Gemara continues, David prayed, guard my soul, for I am pious. Psalms 86, verse 2. There is a dispute between Rabbi Levi and Rabbi Yitzchak about the meaning of this prayer. One said, this is what David said to the Holy One, blessed be he. Master of the universe, am I not pious? All the kings of the east and of the west sleep into the third hour of the night, but I arise at midnight to praise you for your just rules. Psalms 119:62. The other said, this is what David said to the Holy One, blessed be he, Master of the universe. Am I not pious? All the kings of the east and the west sit in their assemblies, surrounded by their royal entourage, whereas my hands are soiled with blood of menstruation, of fetuses and placentas in order to declare a woman clean for her husband. And not only that, I am not a dictator, but whatever I do, I discuss with my teacher, Mephibosheth, and I say to him, is my decision right? Did I correctly convict, correctly acquit, correctly declare clean, correctly declare unclean? And I am not ashamed to ask. Rabbi Yehoshua ben Edi says, which verse may be cited to support this? It says, I will speak of your decrees and not be ashamed in the presence of kings. Psalms 119:46. A Tana taught, and the name of David's teacher was not that the name of David's teacher was not Mephibosheth, but Ishbosheth. Why then was he called Mephibosheth? Because he embarrassed David by pointing out his mistakes. The literal meaning of Mephibosheth is, with his mouth he puts others to shame. Because David humbly accepted criticism, he was worthy to have Kilav as a son. And Rabbi Yochanan said, his name was not Kilav, but Daniel. Why then was he called Kilav? Because he put Mephibosheth to shame in matters of halacha. Kilav means kol av. He was always the father, always a step ahead, according to Rashi. Shlomo said this about him, my son, if your mind gets wisdom, my mind too will be gladdened. Proverbs 23:15. He also said, be wise, my son, and gladden my heart, that I may have what to answer those who taunt me. Proverbs 27:11. Referring to the verse, guard my soul, for I am pious, the Gemara wonders, did David really consider himself pious? Did he not say, I would not have believed I would not have believed that I would ever see the good reward of God in the land of the living. Psalms 27:13. And a Tana taught in the name of Rabbi Yoshi, why are there dots on the word lule, like I would not have believed, lule? The dots are interpreted to mean that he was doubtful. David said to the Holy One, blessed be he, Master of the universe, I am confident that you will pay a good reward to the righteous in the world to come, but I do not know whether I will have a share in it. Thus you see that he was not so sure of his piety. The answer is he really considered himself to be a pious man, but he was afraid that perhaps some sin may have caused him to lose his reward. This is consistent with a statement by Rabbi Yaakov ben Edi. For Rabbi Yaakov ben Edi noted a contradiction between two verses. On one verse reads, God said to Jacob, I am with you. I will protect you wherever you go. Genesis 28:15. And another verse reads, before meeting Esau, Jacob was frightened and distressed. Genesis 32, verse 8. The question is, why was Jacob afraid if God had promised to protect him? The answer is, he was concerned that some sin may have caused God's promise to be no longer in effect. And where do we have an example of a sin causing a promise to be rescinded? As it has been taught, it says in the song at the crossing of the Red Sea, until your people crossed, O God, until the people you gained crossed over. Exodus 15, verse 16. The phrase, until your people crossed, O God, refers to Israel's first entrance into the Eretz Yisrael. The phrase, until the people you gained crossed over, refers to the second entrance in the days of Ezra. But the verse puts the two together. Hence, the sages say Israel should have been worthy to have miracles performed for them in the days of Ezra, just as they happened in the days of Yehoshua ben Nun, when they entered victoriously, but sin prevented the miracle from happening. In the days of Ezra, they entered Eretz Yisrael only by the grace of Cyrus, and they remained subjugated under Persian rule.